So I just had to make a video today, and because I was looking at the news, and this is all over the news today. So there's a debate which I never even knew. I never knew it was even a thing until today, and it makes me so angry. I have to say something. It's just it's ridiculous. So now the great debate is whether or not you're allowed to recline your airline seat. I don't get it. You, how could you not be able to recline your seat on an airplane? Like, this is a thing now. I can't believe this is even a thing. I'm looking at the news right now on USA Today that says you should why it's wrong to recline in your seat. Airlines are trying to squeeze more passengers on the plane to make more money because airline deregulation and many economy class seats had generous 36-inch seats, and now some have as little as 28 inches. And people are complaining. People are saying, "Oh, it's wrong. It's poor etiquette to put your seat back on the airplane." I'm like, when did this happen? I fly very often, and I always put my seat back, and I always will. I'm over 6 feet, and of course, I mean the seats are tight anyway. And when someone puts their seat back, really their seat slides forward. It takes a little bit of your tray room, but it doesn't affect that much more of your leg room anyway. So I don't know what the debate is. It just shows you people now saying, and it's all over the news, how it's poor etiquette to put your seat back on the airplane. And people are getting angry because people are now doing that. Last I checked, if the seat has a recliner button, why wouldn't you use it? You want to be comfortable, wouldn't you? I mean, last I checked, if you get on a train for Amtrak, you can recline that seat. Even if you get on a commuter bus, you can recline those seats. So why would I not? Like I repeat, why would I not want to put my seat back and recline and be comfortable on a 2, 3, 4 hour flight, which I paid good money for? You telling me I can't recline my seat? I mean, look, that's why I don't fly Spirit, because they don't have that option to recline my seat. That's a super economy airline, which is terrible. You know, air travel now is becoming almost as bad as riding public transportation. But now you're telling us we can't put the seat back, and there are people frowning at each other and looking at each other, saying you shouldn't do this. Well, why don't people write the airlines and say, hey, you know what? Why don't you stop putting so many seats in your airplanes and maybe make it more accommodating for human beings to fly on your airplanes? It's not right for us to be cramped up in this tight aluminum air can, in this, aluminum can. Why don't you take some of the seats out? Because we're paying good money and you're giving us less and less for our money. It's bad enough we don't get any food. Now we just get chips and pretzels and a few flat sodas. And yet people are happy to go at each other's throats and claw each other's eyes out of the fact that, hey, you shouldn't recline. That's bad etiquette. And again, people are missing the point. Why are people angry at the airlines for moving seats and cramming more seats in there and jamming people on airplanes? They're the ones. It was their idea. So now what you're telling me is that it's my fault because I don't have enough room and now I can't put my seat back. It's my fault. No, that's the airline's fault. They should stop putting so many seats on the planes. And I read an article about the CEO of Delta, right, of Delta Airlines, and he actually has a good argument, right? He brings sense to this. Of course, he's part of the problem because, again, they're putting too many damn seats on airplanes. But he says there's nothing wrong with putting your seat back on an airplane. All you should do is just say, hey, to the person behind you, I'm putting my seat back. Just let them know or ask permission. But I mean, I don't understand. People are just so angry nowadays for nothing. There was an incident where a guy was hitting on someone back of someone's chair because she put her seat back. I mean, if there's an option to put your seat back, why can't you use it? I don't understand people. I really don't. I don't understand people. You're at each other's throats, but you're not contacting the airlines. You're not pointing the finger at airlines and saying, "Hey, you know what? Enough of this. Enough of these seats getting closer and closer each year. Enough of it." But no, people don't do that. People just fall right in line and argue with each other and claw each other's eyeballs out and fight over things that they should be complaining about. And this is the state of the typical consumer. Just short-sighted. Totally short-sighted. It's ridiculous. That's just a sign of the times, man. Can't put your seat back on the airplane. Really. I just can't believe it. Wow. Well, I'm going to put my seat back on the airplane every time. I don't care what etiquette says. Unless you remove the feature of a reclining seat on an airplane, I'm putting my seat back. And hopefully you won't be one of those people who hits my seat because we're going to have a problem. A big problem. But people, we need to come together, confront the airlines, let them know, look, we're not standing for this anymore. We pay money. It's us who pay the bills. It's us who keep these airlines afloat, and we demand that you give us more leg room. We demand that you do. It's enough that we can't even carry one bag on that plane now. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now you have to pay more money just to get a basic carry-on bag on the plane. And if you try to carry on a bag that's larger than maybe like a lunchbox, they want to charge you $34 or $35. It's crazy. I mean, last I checked, why am I flying? You can't check a free bag. That's not free. You can't bring a bag on the plane now for free. So I mean, I'm on an airplane. I mean, naturally, I'm going to need a luggage with me when I go to my destination. I'm not commuting to work. But yet, these airlines just find ways to squeeze more and more money out of people, and people don't say anything. They don't make a big deal about it. They don't make us think about it. They'd rather fight each other and claw each other's eyes out about what the next person is entitled to do. Yet, instead of complaining to the airline about diminished services or diminished seats and space in between seats, let's just argue about this about the person in front of you and to let them know that they're wrong and they're rude for this. And let's start shaming people, because now I think it's shameful that you put your seat back. Nonsense. It's just, I can't believe it. Anyways, I can't go any longer. I got nothing else to say about this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.